different breed. Got your me, feeling like I'm Curry, balling on your team. How you do that? They keep asking me. I came to win, so I shoot the three.
You ever see that dude at the gym who thinks he can take anyone on the court, and especially a girl, because he thinks a woman can't possibly beat a man? Then the expected happens, and she delivers him a humble piece of pie and a front court seat on the hardwood. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm sure you have too. Don't let the small stature fool you. Girls got game too and can play with the big boys any day of the week. Before the greats, Lisa Leslie dunking, Cheryl Miller scorching the team for 100, and Diana Taurasi dominating the WNBA, there was Lusia Harris, who not only dominated women's basketball at her time, but was also the first woman officially drafted to the NBA by the New Orleans Jazz in 1977. I say officially because 8 years prior to Lusia, Denise Long was drafted by the San Francisco Warriors, but the selection was later voided by the NBA commissioner, citing it to be a publicity stunt. Lusia was drafted by the Jazz with the 137th pick in the 7th round, ahead of 33 males, including the Jazz's 8th round pick. Harris did not express any interest to play in the NBA and declined to try out for the Jazz, and it was later revealed she was pregnant at the time, which made her unable to attend the Jazz training camp. Standing 6'3" and playing center, Harris is considered one of the greatest athletes to ever play women's college basketball. Harris was born in Mentor City, Mississippi, to Ethel and Willie Harris, a vegetable farmer. She was the 10th of 11 children and the 4th of 5 daughters. All of her brothers and one of her older sisters, Jamie, also played basketball. After high school, she planned to attend Alcorn State University, which did not have a women's basketball team, but was persuaded to attend Delta State University. In her first year at Delta State, Harris helped the Lady Statesmen to a 16-2 record. However, they finished third in a regional tournament and failed to qualify for the national tournament. The following year, Lusia led her team to a 28-0 record, were the only undefeated team that year in men's or women's, and she won the first of her 3 national championships. She ended her collegiate career with a 109-6 record. She was a 3-time All-American at Delta State, 4-time All-State, All-Region, and Team MVP. She set a then record of 58 points in the game, the most points by a woman in a college game until Cheryl Miller broke that mark. Lusia played before the installment of women's basketball in the NCAA, playing in the Association of Intercollegiate Athletics for Women, or AIAW, but with a 25.9 points per game career average, that would rank her 5th all-time in Division I NCAA basketball and 12th among leaders in shooting percentages at 63.3%. So to put it in layman's terms, she had game. After college and being drafted into the NBA, Harris was selected to represent the United States national team in the FIBA World Championship for Women and the Pan American Games, where they compiled a 4-3 record and 8th place in the FIBA Games and an undefeated record and gold medal in the Pan American Games. It wasn't until the following year when Harris was selected to represent the U.S. in the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, Canada, the first ever women's basketball tournament in the Olympic Games. The United States won the silver medal, and Harris played in all 5 games, averaging 15.2 points and 7 rebounds per game. While Harris never played in the NBA or on any other men's basketball league, she played professional basketball briefly in the 79-80 season with the Houston Angels of the Women's Professional Basketball League. She was initially picked as the number 1 free agent by the Angels in 1978, the league's inaugural season. She retired from playing and moved to coaching, where she served as an assistant coach at Delta State and later became the head coach at Texas State University for 2 years. After her stint in the college ranks, Harris returned to her native Mississippi, where she worked as a high school teacher and coached at her alma mater, Amanda Elsie High School, as well as Ruleville Central High School. For her achievements and contributions, in 1992, Harris and former player Nera White became the first two women ever inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. She was also the first African American woman inductee. Although women may never get the chance to play in the NBA, Lusia was a pioneer and broke the groundwork for future generations. Maybe one day we will see a woman break the ranks who's physically gifted enough to play in the NBA. But until that day, let's at least show a little more support for the women's game. They bust their butts just as much as men do and should get the recognition. It'll all come in time and we'll recognize their greatness. Ball is life.